Hey YouTube, what's going on, guys? Today I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to show how that I start a fire, and I think it'd make a great video, so let's check it out. Anyway, what we're going to end up doing is we have to split up little chunks of wood just like this. It's pine, and pine seems to be the best thing that you can use when you go to start your fire. So what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to show you a little bit about how thin to split your pine for something for a good base to start out with. Plus we're going to need paper. We're going to need some paper, preferably something that isn't this glossy paper, because this really doesn't work good for starting fires. That's something that you put in after. What you want is you want something that's real, not glossy. You want something that's just like a newspaper, I guess. So, you know, stuff like this works out pretty good. And on top of that, you're also going to need a hatchet, either something like this or something a little bit better, but you're going to need a hatchet. And on top of that, you want to make sure that you have some wood. You're going to need preferably hardwood that's seasoned, along with your pine. Alright guys, so I'm going to be back and we're going to get this into there to get warm. Alright, here we go. Alright guys, so now that we've got our pine, we got our axe, and we're going to split that into this. So let's get it started. Alright, kids at home, do not try this at home without parental supervision. It is dangerous. So no kids with axes, with knives. Make sure you have a parent with you at all times. And here we go. So what we're going to end up doing, I think you guys can see this all right. Maybe. Okay. And make sure your fingers are not in the way, because you want all 5 of them. And you're just going to split it like this. Just like that. And you're going to get this chunk off of there. On top of that, you're going to put it just like this, and then you want to make it into slightly smaller pieces. And try to preferably get one that don't have knots in it. So here we go. Oh man, it's so hard. Alright. That one didn't work out because we had a bunch of knots in it, so I'm going to try to do this one. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's just a slice of heaven right there. That's, oh boy, I'm going to have to edit that one. Alright, so give this a shot. Ooh, there's a little piece. I can get another little piece out of it. There, alright, awesome. And there we go. Alright guys, so we've got our littler pieces all right here. Okay. And we've got our semi-little pieces that we're going to start throwing on the fire. So, here we go. Let's get our paper crumbled up. Let's get this wood in the fire. So we're going to be right back. Alright, so the method that I use is I usually just crumple up some paper. You're going to have to forgive me because I got to hold the camera with one hand and crumple with the other. So I usually crumple it up. Not super tight, but tight enough. And then I'll set it inside the fire. I don't know if you guys can see that the lighting in here is not great. It's like 6:20 in the morning. So then we take this, we're going to crumple up. And you want a fairly good little pile of paper. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be something ridiculous. You don't have to try to start like a, you don't have to have a pile of paper to start, you know, a huge fire. All you want to do is you just want to crumple up, you know, enough to give yourself a little pile, because the pine is what's going to get it going, you know. And all we really want to do is we want to just put enough paper to catch the pine. So, like I said, just like that. Alright, okay guys, now I'm going to take our pine. Preferably we're going to start with the thinner, smaller stuff first. And the way I like to do it is I like to just lay it, you know, this way first. We're going to make like a cradle. So keep it a little bit separated, just like that. Just like this. Let's grab some more, and we're going to build, you know, a decent sized cradle. Now that we've got our first initial pieces, we can also start setting on a little bit bigger pieces, which I'll like that right there. And then we'll throw one in the middle, and then we'll put a couple more at the top, just like this. All right, so like I said, if you guys can see that, there's our cradle. And this is how it's all going to set up. Now here comes the fun part. Now the paper that's down here, we're going to end up lighting that up. Just like that. And you'll see this start taking off. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. It's going to be so warm in here. Alright, and as you can see, it actually puts out kind of a, oh man, there's a big flame there. It puts out this, you know, cool color when it first starts because of the ink that's in the paper. Sometimes it'll be green, sometimes it'll be blue, and yeah, it's kind of a cool little color to it. So now that we've got that, we've also got a couple other different pieces. We got our slider hardwood, and you know, we've got another chunk of pine here that we could use for starting our fire, but we've got enough pine out in the shed. So what we're going to end up doing is sometimes I like to just put it at the sides and kind of funnel the air to the base of my fire. I kind of like to put it at the sides, and that way it kind of funnels the air in the middle of the fire where, you know, the heart of the fire is actually growing. So I'll take this piece and I'll set that in behind there, and this piece over to this side. And what we're going to end up doing is we'll actually shut the door probably about, you know, 1/4 of an inch, and we'll let the wind get in there because I'm going to have the ceiling fan on, and that will create a little bit of airflow, and then we'll get some draft and the fire will start kicking off. So once it gets going, we're going to come back, we're going to check this out, and I'll see you guys in just a second. I can see it in there, it's trying. It is definitely trying to come to life. Come on, little fire, I am pulling for you. The other thing that's pretty crucial about having a fire is you want to keep that moisture in the air. So if you don't have like some sort of water source on top of your wood stove, it's actually going to dry out the air a lot, and your eyes are going to pay for it, your mouth is going to dry out. So what I end up doing is I'll go over, I got a little pan, and I try to put some water into it and try to fill it up as close as we can. So let's take a walk over to the sink, and we're going to dump out our old water, and it just so happens that I've got a nice tall sink head. We'll turn that on, and we're just going to end up filling it up with water. So yeah, when if you guys have wood stoves at your house, or you're thinking about wood stoves, maybe some of you guys have never had a wood stove, all you got is a furnace. You always want to make sure that you have some sort of water source on top of your stove to create that moisture, to keep yourself, and not only that, but as you can see, we'll walk over here real quick. As you can see, I have, you know, wood. I have a concrete backing, but I have wood here, and it's, what happens is that if there's no water in the air, that stuff will start to twist and distort, and it will make it look really bad. So here in Maine, especially in the wintertime, it gets cold, so you want to make sure you have a wood stove fire, and with this water it will actually help that wood not to twist and distort. So anyway, we're going to walk back over with our pot of water, and we're going to walk over. Oh man, look inside there, it's starting to really grow good. We're going to end up setting our water up here, and let's check this out. Look what's going on in here, man. That fire is growing awesome. Look at it. Let's open up the door so you guys can see it really good. Oh man, look at that. There was like nothing in there, and now all of a sudden that fire is doing so well. Look how beautiful that is, huh? That's awesome. I love to see fire when it's just being born like this. This is pretty cool. So, alright guys. And that's how I create my fire. Make sure you guys go down into the comments and leave some suggestions. Tell me how you guys build your fire. What is the... Alright guys, so that's how you build your fire. That's how you light your fire. How you split your wood. And this is the end result. So it went from like nothing to this. So now my house is going to be nice and warm, and my two girls are going to be cozy, and we are going to have a day of it because it is snowing. And it's just one of those days where you just want to stay inside. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to do it for me today. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you go down, you hit the subscribe button, you hit the like button. Make sure you leave your suggestions, make sure you leave your comments. You know, all the comments and suggestions that I get will help me do future videos. It will make them even better. I'm brand new. I've only got like 22 videos, but I'm trying to get better and better. So I need you guys' input so I can make videos that are going to be twice as good. Also, this is the holiday season. So if you look down in the background, yep, right there, I've got my Christmas trees, and I was like slightly a good boy this year, so there's a couple of presents underneath that Christmas tree that may be mine. So, you know, all we can do is just check those tags. So everybody out there, hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, and like I said, make sure you run down there, subscribe, like, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey guys, I also forgot to say, like, check this out. This is a onesie. I got this for Christmas. It's an adult size, and seriously, is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen? It's got holes in the sides, just like that, so I can fit it on my hand. I've also got a hood. This is awesome. So make sure you run over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you can see pictures like this of me wearing this whole entire suit. I've got my work pants on, so you can't really see the bottom halves of them, but make sure you guys tell me how much you guys really like this. So leave it down in the comments about how awesome this is. Alright, we'll see you guys later.